Okay, good evening, everyone. Today is 2nd of June 2025. It is around 8:08 p.m. in Singapore time. All right. So this is the first week of June. All right. Okay, today is Monday. So basically this whole week we will be having quite a lot of news this week. All right. So please be aware of that because this week the news they are quite highly impactful. All right. Compared to last week. Okay, compared to last week, basically we only have two items, right? The first one is we have a FOMC meeting minutes, which is last week, and the second one is we have a one PCE data last week only. So basically, last week was pretty low news week, and compared to this week, yeah. So this week we have quite a lot of news. Okay, there is something that I want you to take note of. Okay, the first one. Okay, it's going to be Federal Chairman speech by tonight. So you see, it is only Monday. All right, it is only Monday, and we already have quite a lot of big impact item coming up tonight. In the late night Singapore time, 1 a.m. All right, so I think that will have a very big impact. All right, and other than that, the second major item is going to be on Friday. We have a NFP on Friday. So this is the second major item. And we also have a third and fourth. So this is one. All right. This is two. All right. We also have other items such as like on Thursday. On Thursday, we have this um euro related item. They will be talking about euro rate decision. So this will be the major number three. Okay. And major number four. Okay. Major number four, we'll be having Canadian dollars related on the Wednesday 9:45 p.m. So basically, we have quite a lot of news. Actually, it's almost every day. All right. So please be aware of that. All right. Please be aware of that. So what is happening right now is that there are two major things that are basically driving the market. All right. Two major items. All right. The first one is geopolitics. And second one is a bit more of the fundamental. All right, let's talk about geopolitics first. So geopolitics, I'm sure everybody know, the Ukraine just launched, something such a big operation. So it have such a very high impact on the the current situation on the war that they are going on. So we need to see how Russia responds on that. So this is very big. I mean, this is something that nobody can predict, right? So we need to really watch on this geopolitical event. All right. So this is something that can be very big. Okay. Another thing is that we is a little bit of a fundamental. It is a Federal Reserve rate decision that coming up on this month. All right. So everybody think the Federal Reserve will cut the rate this time around. So this is the meetings on 18th of June. All right. So this is something that we need to look into as well. So leading into 18th of June, the market will be, swing around with the expectation. Okay. As of right now, they are expecting the rate cut. Okay. But from my understanding, okay, let me show you one more items. From my understanding, the Federal Reserve is a little bit long overdue to cut the rate ready. So that means they should have been cutting the rate quite some time back. All right. You can even say, they are late. They are late in the cutting game ready. Actually, all other pairs are cut, all other currency are cutting, right? And these guys are, they are trying to play some game, in my opinion. So Federal Reserve is, they are trying to play some game, in my opinion. Like for example, right, US inflation rate is very low. I mean, it's very like 2 point something percent only. So there's not something that Federal Reserve should be worried about. All right. Then another thing is that unemployment rate also pretty, I would say nominal in my opinion. Okay. Not say low, but it's pretty nominal. So that means Federal Reserve is their job to look at these two items, right? Unemployment rate and inflation rate. So unemployment rate is not so bad. All right. I mean, not so bad. We have seen an unemployment rate go to 6%, All right. Now it's not so bad. All right. Then also the inflation rate, right? Also 2% only, not so bad either. So, no wonder Donald Trump is keep on telling, why are you guys are not cutting? All right. So basically there's all the indications, giving a green light for the Federal Reserve to cut the rate actually. Okay. So Let's see. So there's a two major item, like I mentioned already. First one is this geopolitical issue. Another one is the Federal Reserve things that driving the market. So tonight we have a Federal Reserve Powell will be speaking. So that's a reason why market is going to be very they will be look out for what he have to say. Okay, so please watch carefully. This week going to be a very impactful one. All right, so this on the news and the item that you should be paying attention to. All right, so let's talk about some pairs that I'm looking at. Okay, I don't go through all of them. I will go straight to the one that I'm looking at. Okay, so it will be short and pretty sweet in my opinion. Okay, let me make it a little bit bigger so that everybody can see. All right, so I was expecting this euro to fall against US dollars. All right. Then last week, all right, I have a short position. I mean, I was being quite careful. Market have a quick swing down. You know, I have a good. I mean, I took the profit out already. And you see what happened after the market just really bounced it up. So basically, what is happening to this euro US dollars is that they are using this line. All right, we are here. I indicate as a bull flag, right, using this line as a support at this moment. All right, they try to break two times. All right, and you know, they manage to bounce it up every time they try to break. So this will be the ultimate test that, you know, market is trying to so-called support from, get support from. So we got one time, two time, three time, put it this way. So I mean, I will be looking forward for some time that they are going to break. All right, so this guy, I have a bit of high chance that we may have some potential selling opportunity coming up. All right, I personally waiting and looking for it. Okay, so currently it's not unfolding yet. I mean, we do not see you know, any like bearish candle. All right, currently I put it under pin bar. Okay, and you can change it into you know, a normal candle if you want to. All right, so you know, whichever you familiar on this. Okay, so in my opinion, we might be seeing the rolling over soon, so you know, we need to be a little bit patient on it. All right, so I have a little bit of plan here. I'm waiting for some potential red color candle to show up and break this level of this so-called this trend line or bear flag here, and I think we can expect some, you know, bearish so-called condition. All right, and if you also can do something like this. Like for example, let me see. Did I put the okay? So you also can do something like that. Just example for for here around, for example, 1.138. So you can put an alert. All right, you can put an alert on this guy. Hang on. All right, so it's like they're crossing down, right? 1.138. All right. All right, then message breaking below bear flag. I'll put it this way. So you know, it will help me like a alarm clock, right? If something is really hitting my condition, you know, they will come and inform me, right? So I just put an alert here. So I'm waiting for some sort of condition to happen. All right, no hurry. All right, trading is waiting is part of the game, so I will be waiting for that as well. So this is on the euro. All right. British pound, all those things, they are not so bad, all right? Not so bad against US dollar. So like, for example, I want to show you British pound. Just to show, British pound, they are pretty much stay on the bullish trend, actually. You see, hang on, hang on. They are pretty much on the bullish trend, and they are really breaking this bull flag instead. So I think market might have a bit of further upsides to goes to. So I'm not really so eager to short this guy. So among them, I think euro might be the one that worth, you know, waiting for. All right. So this is one thing. All right. This on the euro. Euro is something that I'm looking at. Okay. Another one I want to talk about is gold. All right. Okay. Gold, we have a very strong to the upside. All right. So basically what really happened was that, let me gold, we have a very strong to the upside. So basically what happened is that, of course, due to the just now, I remember I mentioned that there's two things that are happening, geopolitical and the Federal Reserve, right? So basically gold was because go up so much because of this geopolitical issue. All right. So I think as far as, I mean, as long as this issue between Ukraine and Germany is escalating, right? I think they might have a little bit further upsides that they can go up to, right? They can go to here or they can go up to even here, in my opinion. So what I'm looking at is I'm expecting market have a bit of up move they can go up to. So gold, I mean, better not to short it down. All right. You can see a lot of price action is also very strong. Look at the today price session is pretty strong on the upside. So, definitely better not to short. If you really, really want to short, you need this kind of bearish candle to show up to short it. So currently, are we seeing any bearish candle? Not at all, right? So I think market will likely to drift to the higher side, in my opinion. All right. So this is something that I'm looking at. All right. So gold and silver also roughly the same. All right. Gold and silver pretty much they are roughly the same. And silver, they are also a bit trying to push to the upside. Okay. This kind of thing we cannot really predict so much because geopolitical issue is like it's an event driven, right? Geopolitical issue is event driven. So something happen, no choice. Market will just react to it. So I think this guy will have a potential upside move as well. All right. Okay. So gold is not bearish. It might be likely to go up higher. Okay. Then the one more things that I want to bring your attention at the moment. All right. Okay, another one is a crude oil. All right, so you can see crude oil have already so-called checked all the tick actually. All right, we have a very nice, the volume coming in here, the market go down lower, then the volume coming in here, then supported, and market do pretty much nothing. They create the flag, and they do that last swing test on last Friday. And this morning, today, you see we have such a very bullish looking candle here. So I am expecting we will be very likely to have a further upside on the crude oil, in my opinion. So I'm expecting, the crude oil to go up higher. Okay, so currently these are the ones that I'm looking at. All right, so I do have a position right now on the crude oil. So if let's say it work well, I'm going to add more position on this guy. So I think sooner or later they are about to retest this so-called this fair value gap. You may want to mention that fair value gap zone, in my opinion. I'm talking about somewhere $65 to $66 region. All right. So crude oil might have a big up move potential. Okay. So I'm looking at crude oil as well. All right. And let's talk about US market a little bit. All right. All right, US market have been pretty resilient. All right, market have been pretty strongly resilient. Okay, US market, of course, I not only look at this guy, I also look at other parameters, right? You can see, I post it up almost every day. I do my best to post it up the update every day. I look at others quantifier to help me so-called predict the future, right? For the US market especially, all right? Because US market dictate the whole world anyway, right? Hang on. So there are about like a four indication that I follow. All right. Like for example, like the first one is based on the supply in the market. So it's like you see the supply is actually coming down. So this is kind of like a at least they are showing bearishness. All right. Then another one is we are talking about the risk expect. So things are getting more risky. So that's the reason why they are coming down. Also a bit pointing toward bearishness. And another one is talking about the price momentum. All right. So momentum also really climbing down. So we are talking about the potential, some weakness in the market. Okay. So the only thing, all right, the only thing that not really bearish as of last week, is this guy. Momentum is not momentum. I got another way to measure it. Second, momentum is not really bearish actually previously. So out of four, all right, out of four, three is bearish and one is not really bearish as of last week. All right, and as of right now, you can see basically 4 out of 4 is getting toward a bit of weak condition, in my opinion. All right. So what is telling us? Okay, it is telling us that more and more parameters are pointing toward some bearishness. Okay, so just let's take a look on what really happened when these indicators start to show some bearishness. Okay, for example, this was like a time, we have a very strong market rollover, right? We have a market rollover here. We have a market rollover on the orange one. We have also have a market rollover on the indicator one. So this period was somewhere around from 21st March until you can even say it's like for example like 3rd or 4th of April. So you see what really happened on during that period. So 21st March was here. This 3rd or 4th of April here. You see the stock market have a really big drive, really big dive. Really big dive when they are all the four items are starting to in one direction. All right. These guys are supposed to be, sometimes one will go down, some will goes up. These guys are supposed to be tell me the different story. I don't want it why when everything always they always show one direction. Then for what I use four indicator, right? I might as well use one indicator to represent them, right? So these four of them are independently created, right? So but when these four of them they are really pointing one direction, yeah, either up or down, it is quite something that we need to pay attention to. All right. So I'm seeing the US market is showing some further potential weakness. Okay, as of right now, anything can happen. Maybe like tomorrow go up or something. Of course, we don't know. But as of right now, market is showing some sign of weakness. All right. So I'm expecting some major pullback in US market potentially. And especially, okay, the keyword here is especially. All right, the keyword here is especially I am seeing some major break to the downside potentially on the US NASDAQ, in my opinion. All right, so even if the NASDAQ, they really want to go up, you see the NASDAQ during the time, you see there was a gap that they haven't filled yet. All right, so there's a big gap that they fill here, supposed to be filled here. So I'm expecting further downward movement to certain level first. Okay, and I'm waiting for this bear flag to break. The moment it break, you can PM me or you can send me the comment here. This is what I'm looking at. All right, so I'm expecting further weakness. Are we seeing the weakness strongly yet or not? Of course, not yet, right? As a trader, you need to anticipate before something happen, and when it's happened, then you take a position. All right, you have to you have to be there before it happened. All right, so this is what I'm doing right now. So I'm expecting further potential downside. Okay, let's say market didn't really break and they keep on going up higher. What should we do? Of course, we don't sell, of course, right? I mean, our condition didn't fulfill, correct? So this is something that we should be looking at. Okay, so now let's do the summary here. All right, summary here. What I am basically looking at for this week. All right. So first one is I think we have a goal. We have potential upsides due to the geopolitical issue, and also potential upside on the crude oil also due to the geopolitical issue. Okay, so I'm looking at these two fella on the pretty much on the upside. Okay, number one and two. And another one that I'm looking at is a potential reversal on euro on the downside. Okay, so currently it's the same thing as well, not yet happening. So I'm waiting for at least price action and stuff like that to show up here. All right, so this is the third one. And last but not least, I'm looking at some of the US market to do some pullback as well, especially NASDAQ. All right, so let's see how it's go. All right, we don't really need to have so much market to focus on. Just focus on one or two, maybe less than five market that very highly probable, and the whole week just look out for certain condition to happen, and then you take a trade. What for you take so many trade and all of them doesn't make money, right? Or rather, you look for a few of them, few high quality one potential, and so-called try to execute them in the very optimum manners. All right. So I hope today or this week analysis is pretty straightforward. I don't want to go through all of them just like going to like lecture like that. This one look that way. No point, right? I will try straight to the one that I'm looking at. Okay, so I mean, if you already have your pre-planned one, I mean, you can add with mine and you can add some more information to do some filtering. It's up to you. All right. And I hope these are the one that I'm looking at. Okay, I'm not saying that you should trade. Of course, this is you have to really have to do your own due diligence. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at only. All right. So yeah, that's it for today. If you think this video is useful to you, do me a favor. Please share it. Share it in your Facebook. You can press like, and also from YouTube. You can comment. You can share this YouTube video as well. All right. So guys, thank you very much, and yeah, have a great week ahead. Okay, all the best, and just please be reminded that this week we will be having quite a lot of events and news. All right, it's gonna be interesting. Okay, so thank you, and yeah, have a great day, guys. Have a great evening, rather. Bye bye. Thank you.